Well, I'm so thankful that you were able to join me, even though you are jet lagged and basically fresh off a plane. Um, let's just let's let's just get right into it because holy, this book is everywhere.
It's
Like literally took over the internet.
uh, you blew the place up. Like I was texting a lot of people. I said, "Oh, I asked, please show up for a fist fight, and you didn't bring a knife. You brought a nuke. Like you brought a nuke to a fist fight." Like I was like, "Please, this is a silence and pub day, and because my pub day is also the same pub day for a lot of other big publishing houses' books, and I think we just cracked the 200 mark on Amazon. I just checked. It's like the sales ring of the whole store at 193 or something. And I think it keeps going up and up and up. It is absolutely, absolutely insane. Like I put it, I don't know if you've seen it. I think you've seen it. I literally cried all pub day. And I'm not a crier, but I cried like a baby. I was hoping a few people would show up. I thought maybe 20, maybe 30. I think we had well over 100, 200 people at the very, it was absolutely, it's crazy. You guys are crazy. Like, I'm in a good way. I'm like, and I'm trying not to start to cry again. It was nuts. It was absolutely crazy.
Compared to your last book, which I will admit I haven't read it. Obviously, I am a fan for life now. I'm going to go back and read it. But when did I Kill Killers come out, and
Oh,
how did that release compare to this one?
years ago. I think it came out, gosh, 3 or 4 years ago, something like
Okay.
that. There's no comparison. Like when I listed I Kill Killers on NetGalley, it hit like the top 30 thriller charts once or something. But that was like my first nobody knew me kind of book, and it did really well for literally no publishing house attached, nobody knowing me, just based on the story. It did really, really well. And then the people really, really liked it. The ones who were like giving me a chance at a completely unknown author, and a cover that is very like, it's not the typical cover that draws people in like blingy and bright, and it's a little clever with the little math that's going on. Two wrongs make a right, with the minus and the multiplying and equals plus. But there's no comparison. That literally her silence is, it blows everything out of, and it blows it out of the park, and I just can't wrap my head around why this book. And maybe, I don't know, maybe there's something to it because I did really write it from my heart, and I was told, advised against writing it because the hero is, she's an older, not old, but she's an older woman, and she's not the sexy young rich wife of a like brain surgeon, how it's so often in thrillers or something. It was like, I don't know if people want to read about the mom's fight. So I think there's now a lot of pride in that it did work out so well, and that readers were so open to it, because I was told, nobody said don't write it, but they said, you know what, I don't know if the market really likes that. It's a chance you're taking, and I was okay with it just flopping, like literally, because I was in a spot as a mom and as a daughter, and a lot is going on in my family. I was just like, I'm gonna write this from my heart. I feel like this is the time. I'm gonna dedicate it to my children, that once I'm no more, that they know how much I love them, and everything a mother would do for a child. And yeah, sorry, I'm rambling on.
No, that's literally what this is for. This is your platform. And I think I'm obviously just speaking for myself, but um, I am, I love getting to know the people behind the books. Like that makes me want to read your books,
Oh,
knowing you as a human.
really? Okay.
I honestly think, and maybe I'm alone. I don't think I'm alone, but maybe I'm alone. But when I discovered your Instagram, I remember it was a picture of you. It wasn't your book. It was you, and
Me?
it was yeah. And I saw you as a person, and I was just like,
Yeah, you were there literally from like the moment it was almost listed. Like you were there, you and a few others, there was this group that was there like all along, from literally following the NetGalley thing that was happening. First it hit like the top 6, and then it went back, and then it hit top 4 and top 3, and it was like, and I had posted, I understand it's not top 1, but if I'm acting like it literally is just the most sold book in the world, because it feels like that to me. Like this success that is there right now in this form, even breaking the 200 charts on Amazon, that means that my book is within the top 200 most sold books in all of America. And to me, that's like a pretty cool thing. Like, you walk through all these stories, see thousands of books, and mine would be somewhere visible. But to me, it's like, I feel like I just hit the number 1 spot in the whole world. Like, to me, that's why I cried so much. And then seeing everybody just show up on pub day, it was almost a feeling that, to me, it meant so much, almost more than anything else I could achieve with this book, if that makes any, like, that people, like, this community came together, and this community decided that Her Silence will be the book we're gonna, like, my DMs crashed. There were so many tags, and I think it was way more than 200. I think going through it was maybe 5. It was insane, and it still keeps coming every day and day and day. And please keep going, because we need to talk about the book. But to me, it was just like, it completely took over Bookstagram, and as a not romance, as a thriller, this is kind of what I heard Frida McFadden is doing with Facebook. She's so huge on Facebook. She has like a whole group almost. I don't know if it's true, that made her the thriller group or whatever.
Yeah, I'm in it.
Oh, I'm in it too, but and I have been for 2 years. I think she's amazing. She's published for so long, and then she had a big breakthrough, and but it just meant so much. It meant so much that I just cried all day. My husband almost even cried a little for me, because he was so happy. It was kind of chosen that day. It felt like, this is the book today that we all choose, is the book today.
Oh, it does. We rallied, but the book is amazing. Love the book.
Thank
you.
So
but you and your platform and your posts and your vulnerability make people want to rally around you as an author as well. So,
oh gosh, do I look like
keep doing what you're doing?
Silly or something too? Like,
yeah, but that makes you real.
God. Really? Oh my God! You have to DM me with posts. I can take it down, or I don't know. I have, like, after so many years being a therapist, I really heard the worst stories people worked with that people can't even make up in movies. So I have a very low threshold. Like, I don't know. I was also raised by a single mom, and it was probably a little rougher of an upbringing. Sometimes I'm just too, like, I'm not embarrassed easily. Maybe it's not a good thing. I don't know. I'm just like, oh,
it is. You're human.
I was a single mom, and we had almost no kitchen for a year, and we just ate raw. I'm just like, personal things just come out of me, and I guess it's because I'm not ashamed of it anymore. I'm just like, whatever.
No, just a fact at this point.
If it's a really silly poster, you would let me know, right?
Yes, I would tell you.
Thank you.
I haven't seen any, like, super cringy posts yet, but if that ever comes up, I will let you.
Oh my God, I'm sure I'm gonna make. There's so much pressure on authors these days, but on everybody. I'm sure I'm gonna do something really silly. So everybody, forgive me in advance.
As long as it's silly and not mean, you're good.
Like you, like we're talking now, we're friends. You're not just.
Yeah.
That's what I love about Bookstagram so much. It's honestly, I was telling somebody else, if I could just make money off talking to all of you on all these chats all day long, I wouldn't write a single word ever again. I would just be chat man or something, ST chat man, and I just talk to you guys because you're so much fun. Like, and a lot of you share about your life with me, and I share back.
But that's the best part. Interacting on Bookstagram is the best part. But please don't stop writing, because we love your books.
Oh, I know. I already I have to start writing it. Like, you have to publish at least 2 books a year to stay relevant. Some authors, good God, they publish like 1 a month. Just because of the kids, and it's nuts. I don't know how you do it. almost genius how you can publish a book a month or every 2 months. Romance authors too, they can, and they, people then say, oh, it's AI. No, it's 250 words, 250,000 words a month. And to give a perspective, a full novel is around 70 to 80,000.
Yeah.
Fantasies maybe 90 to 120. She basically writes 2 books a month. That's what she does. And it's not AI, it's not fake. And she's been doing it for years before AI.
And I love a good romance every now and then. But obviously, like, my heart is with the thrillers. But I feel like almost like romance, you could potentially just sit down and write a romance book, like head to head to screen, and it's done. But I
Yeah.
feel like thrillers, especially like Her Silence, I feel like it could require research. There's stuff that you could get wrong.
It
And
did.
it's not like these kinds of books, you can't go head to screen because you need to
No.
check your facts, right? Like, you need to know, what does the
Yeah.
visiting room in this prison look like? Like that, it take not to diminish romance, because I love it and those stories have value,
Me
but it's
too.
just not the same.
I guess when I did try writing romance before, and I'm not as good of a romance writer, because I did the exact thing. I think I just sat down and was like, oh, ting ting done. But with thrillers, it's just who I am, and because I think it's but as a therapist, I worked with some pretty horrendous people, like people couldn't even imagine the things they did to children, and oh god. And then, but I also worked with really beautiful couples who are just really struggling and who still loved each other, and but after 20, 15 years they're just constantly fighting and can't communicate well, and they just really try to find together to each other, and it wasn't working, and they had kids and they're yelling. Just everyday family that could be me, or could be someone down the street I know. And I think I've just gathered a lot of material subconsciously that I put in my books, but it has to be handled very tactfully and carefully. I do often have to go back and reread something, and that all also falls together because I try at least to not have a convenience twists, that come completely out of the blue, and the gardener did it, or the doctor who has never been mentioned before. So I
It's
try
true.
to weave it in, and people can love or hate my books, but usually the twists are pretty hard to guess, and they take me the longest. The longest time I spend on a book is to make the twist make sense, and like put little signs, little crumbs that readers pick up, but not enough to figure it out. And some people do figure it out, but I usually don't figure things out when I read books. So I also have to be aware of that I don't make it too easy. But I do think usually my twists are kind of that I spend a lot of time on, and to handle certain topics with raw reality, but also respect, if that makes sense. Like in Her
Yes.
Silence, there was abuse. It wasn't and I was talking to Lisa, another podcaster, about it. There was, so Brian, without giving too many spoilers, it's essentially abuse. It really is. He's a narcissistic, and he abuses in a way that people couldn't quite pinpoint it is horrendous abuse. He's like someone taking all the sunshine and whatever dying flower behind him, and you don't get warmth, you don't get light. He's just, these people are out in the world, and they completely ruin their partners or loved ones without ever having to go to jail for it. So that's something that was really hard to pull off, to make him hated without him ever really raising a hand against his wife.
Yeah.
If I hope I'm not giving away too much, but
No, I think you're good.
did you take that away from the book as well,
Yes,
or?
100%. Yeah, he was definitely, yeah, I picked up on, it was definitely psychological abuse.
Yeah.
Now, and I don't know your intention, but I almost, the abuse was, there's no question abuse, right? But I don't think he was consciously doing it. I
Yeah.
think he is a narcissist.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
No,
Good.
you
I read it right.
you are absolutely right. So often narcissists, even in therapy, they're probably one of the next to straight out sociopaths or psychopaths, hardest to work with, because they do so many things that they truly don't. It's not, sometimes it's not even that they just don't, they're just so absorbed with, and there's different types. It's not like one glove fits them
Yeah.
all. There's a type that is so absorbed with themselves that they just truly don't care enough to venture out of their narcissistic selfish world, but they're also not purposefully aware. They're just doing it. They don't care. They're not like purposely planning and plotting to do it. There's like no conscience. Oh, when I come home, I'm going to do this and that. And that's really going to mess with her self-esteem or his self-esteem. Women do it too. And then keep doing this every day until you have a spouse or a partner so low in self-esteem and self-love that you're basically in control over everything. And they're just grateful that you're with them, even if you treat them so horribly. I have a question for you, actually, if that's okay. So compared to like traditionally published thrillers, is there a difference? Because it's really on my mind now that the book is taken off, for me at least.
Yeah.
Is there a difference when you read it compared to a traditional published book?
No. If I had just picked this up in the bookstore,
Yeah,
I never would have guessed. Nope.
Okay.
It very much, and even honestly, before I started following you on Instagram, I would see posts about her silence, and the publicity it was getting also made me think, oh, this must be traditionally published. Originally, that's what I thought. But yeah, the writing itself, never would have guessed. Between indie and traditional, I wouldn't have known.
Good. That's good to know, because I wouldn't be aware. And I do professionally edit my books as much as I can. I don't edit my own books. I have several people edit them. And I do have my covers done now professionally. I come up with the ideas, and I have a Facebook group, and they work kind of on the covers with me. I always throw ideas at them, and then
Love that.
And I'm so grateful. This is a great group. And then I take it back to the designer, and I drive the designers absolutely crazy, because then a month later or so I have a better idea. Even with her silence, I don't know if people have noticed, the first cover was blackish in the background, and I even asked you, remember, I think I put it in our group chat.
Yeah.
Do you like the blue or the black? And everybody said so the cover was kind of finalized as we went on. I guess traditional publishers don't do that, but I can do that. Why not?
Yeah.
The book isn't published yet. We changed the cover about 2 weeks or a week in, and nobody. We
talked about it in the group chat, and I didn't know if you had decided to change it or not, and so when it got changed, I was like, oh, but yeah, no, it pops.
It just pops. And an author reached out to me. She asked me, oh, I'm just writing my first thriller now, and I see your book everywhere. And I told her that the cover is almost everything. The cover and the blurb. You also have to be a good writer. If you're a horrible writer, you might get a chance getting it into hands with the cover and the blurb. But if the book is really horrible, they will not buy your next book. But I think the blurb and the cover, as superficial as it might sound, is almost everything. And it's like that's where the publishers spend almost all of the money on, is the covers, the blurbs, and then getting it out. And it has to stand out when you walk into a bookstore. It has to speak to the reader and pop. I said, this is where you got to really go. And maybe if an author is listening to this, I hadn't really quite figured it out until her silence, I think, how important the cover really is. Or I tried, but I never landed as, and I truly think to this day, this is also part of why it became as successful as it is because of the cover. Because when you go NetGalley, that's all you basically see. You see all these new books listed, and you look at the cover first, and then you click on the book. And I think if the cover is working, that is a pretty, I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that? You think that could be part of it, or?
Oh yeah, I think that we all say that we don't judge books by their covers. We 100% do. But specifically, like in the situations that you're talking about, like on NetGalley, all you see is the cover and the genre.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need that cover to be that clickbait to get me to even read a blurb. And the same thing, honestly, I was just talking to someone at my local bookstore the other day, because she's rearranging her shelves
Yeah.
and she wants to turn a couple of the books out, the covers facing out. And I told her, and she was like, well, maybe like I should put the blurbs underneath it. And I was like, honestly, like when I walk into a bookstore, I'm usually holding a coffee. And I've got one hand,
Mm-hmm.
and if I have to take a book off the shelf and turn it over, or
Mm-hmm.
if it's a hardcover, the description's on the inside. It's gonna take a lot for me to want to take the book off the shelf and actually read the blurb, and that's where
Mm-hmm.
the cover comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cover doesn't determine whether or not I read the book. The cover
Yeah.
determines whether or not I read the blurb and then decide
Yes,
to read the book.
yes. Like the first step to the blurb, and then the blurb gotta win you over, or it's. I'm just so excited to see where her silence is going. First of all, I just I'm so blown again. I'm so blown away with Bookstagram. I could have never, like in my wildest dreams, pictured that it would go this way. Like I couldn't. I opened and I knew because I'm part of some tours and I've reached out to some readers. But then sometimes you also reach out to them and then they don't show up, or they are too busy, or they forget, or they didn't like the book. But then it's still going on. I'm still this morning I was up all night till 4 5 whatever, and I managed to come to today's messages today morning. But even just from 6 or 7 hours ago till now, it's already packed with new DMs and tags, and everybody keep going. Please don't. I had a reader reach out and was like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't post yet. Is it still like, I'm sorry, I almost dropped because she was feeling bad. She was like, it's
Yeah.
done yet, now it doesn't matter. I was like, whoa, no, post, please. Especially now, the people who, and I'm probably going to do a post about it today. If you haven't read the book yet, fantastic. If you haven't posted your review yet, fantastic. Because the longer her silence can stay on Instagram, the longer it will be circulated. And so
Yep.
if you haven't read it and haven't posted and reviewed yet, fantastic. Come and join our army. We're still there. We're still marching. We're just maybe having a little break because everybody's tired after the first,
Just taking a deep
attack,
breath.
first wave, the first battle. We won it, but the war itself is still going on. But we won the major battle, I guess.
Yeah. And it's true. Like I feel like Pub Day went crazy.
Is that
And
usually you have? Is a book like? Have you? Is that, or did it stand out that this really was a lot of?
it stood out to me, but at the same time, I don't know if it was like because my algorithm, like it
Yes,
knows
me
because
too.
I've been posting about her silence, right? It knows that I want to see it. Like I don't know if it was just shoving it in my face or, but like you said, you got like
Yes.
300 some tags. So
Anybody listen?
yeah,
It was crazy,
it
crazy.
felt coordinated. It felt like everybody at 2 o'clock on Pub Day posted her silence review.
I was kind of asking people to. I don't know if that was a mistake, but
No,
hey,
it was a
you know.
coincidence.
Well, I was like, oh, how busy, and I respect how busy people are. I'm not like pushy DMing them like, hey, I haven't seen your review yet, or hey, you haven't read it yet. I send out the book or the Nat Galley, and then I only check in to see if it arrived because some people didn't. I ask people, please, if you only can do one post, I'm how busy you are, maybe after pub day. I didn't think this would happen. I was like, it was really, I think it was hundreds of people, truly, with all the tags, and it's still going on. I was tagged in a post, the tour lineups. It's fun again, everybody. Thank you so much, and I also like, I'm proud of Bookstuck because everybody is now book talk, book talk, book talk, and I was too. I thought that's exactly where people have, and they blew up so much. But that's why I maybe spend more time getting my followers on Book Talk. But I always was on Instagram. It's not like I came because Book Talk almost shut down, and I always was on Instagram since I Kill Killers. But I think I was just so proud that Instagram did that. Bookstagram was like, hey, we still make books big, and we choose what. It doesn't matter if it's a thriller or not a romance. We're still in charge. Like we're still. I really love that about that day.
Yeah, it's so, it's
It's
very cool.
crazy. I'm so Well, she did know I do judge. Oh, she's okay. She's probably,
Yeah.
she didn't
But she
answer.
mentioned that she doesn't usually browse and she saw a ton of posts.
Oh,
So,
she did?
yeah.
Yeah, no, she probably, yeah, I don't know. You are on Insta so much. What is it usually? I guess I'm almost interviewing you.
That's fine with me.
It's gonna be probably a lot of authors with like indie authors, because I have a lot of indie authors message me actually now. First of all, I'm not a New York Times bestseller. I'm gonna try to help you however I can, but my advice might not be. I don't even know how her silence happened, to be honest. But I think, how is it usually with authors? Do they post, like, do you, for example, a famous author and you read the books, and do you see them on the feed a lot, or do you see, like, how does it work with Bookstagram and the famous authors? How do you like observe that?
So
Else.
I need to be following them.
Okay.
If I'm not following them, I probably follow me back. I want to see their stuff. I'm gonna follow them. Um, I've grown a
Oh,
lot. I've grown a lot as a bookstagrammer.
you've grown like literally a lot in numbers since we got together 2 months ago. Girl, you added like 10,000, 15,000
Oh,
followers in 1 month more.
I know.
I'm like, it is crazy,
It's
crazy. Because when we
it's kind
started
of nuts.
talking, you were like at 4,000 or something, or 5,000,
I think I was at 8
or eight, and
when we
now
first
what?
started
What are you at?
talking.
Like 15,000, 16?
18.
Crazy. Can you share some of that with, like, how do I do that? It's like,
So that's the thing too. I
10,000.
don't know.
This
I
is
don't
kind of what is
know.
with her silence. The authors now reach out to me, and again, please ask Frida or Noelle, who is probably one of the most amazing authors I've ever met. She's so kind and sweet. Every time you read her book, know that the purchase goes toward a really sweet and amazing human being. She posted for me on Pub
I
Day.
saw.
And
I
she
saw.
has nothing to gain from, like, I'm so small still compared to her. We're emailing back and forth because we do have the same agent. I did get really lucky, but she doesn't need to email me back. She doesn't need to post for me. Like, who am I? She's just, and even her emails, so down to earth, so kind, so sweet, always offering, how can I help? How can I help? So every time you guys read a Noelle Eiley book, I always say Ely, Eiley, please know that the money goes toward a really awesome human being. So that makes me feel really good when I buy a book. I know it's not a murderer or something.
So
Big
true.
author, please ask them, because I don't know how her silence did as good as it did. It's not a number one, but to me, it's just the world. But same, I guess, with your followers, crazy. And it's real followers too. It's not like bought or 10,000.
Yeah,
I
no.
saw it like happening. I was like, girl, wow.
The only thing, and it's the same. I'm gonna give you the same. I wouldn't even call it advice,
Yeah,
but
please do.
something that I know that I do that anyone can do
Mm-hmm.
is give the readers a space to talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's like literally like that's what I do. I'd say every like 3 or 4 posts is literally a post where like go talk to each other in the comment section, make new friends, have a great time. And that has just organic growth.
It's really
Um,
interesting though what you post too. Like, when I read it, I want to respond. Like, I feel like the urge of
yeah.
responding, and that's the sweet little hook that I maybe you should write a book. Have
Oh
you
man,
thought
it's
about it?
working. You're falling for my hooks. But that's the thing, right? When I'm scrolling through Bookstagram, when I go to make a post, I think to myself, if
Yeah.
I were scrolling by this, would I want to comment on it? And that's
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
that and if the answer is no, but I still want to post it, one, I still do, I don't care.
Mhm.
But two, I just reframe it in a way that would make someone want to engage with it. Because
What
that's
is
how you get out there.
considering you're so good at hooks, and you read so many thrillers, like, what is something you want to read about that you feel like has not been, I feel like with her silence I went into the whole mother child relationship and love and craziness. Sorry, somebody tagged me.
Sure.
Oh, and that wasn't really overdone, I don't think, on the book market yet in a thriller
Mm-mm.
form. What do you feel like is completely overdone, Ashman? Please don't write it. And what do you feel like is something that you would actually be curious reading about? Jump you with this one, huh?
Yeah,
You were not
yeah.
prepared. I'm sorry.
I wasn't. I wasn't. You didn't send me the questions ahead of time.
I know. I just sorry.
So I this book was extremely unique. I don't know that I have ever read a book where not only is the mom, like mom fighting for family, I've read a bunch of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mom protecting her family, okay. But the premise surrounding that,
Mm-hmm.
and her being silent, and a little bit of a ticking clock, like you took all of the things that I love in a thriller and put them together. Um,
Oh.
I am very big on
Mm-hmm.
um I like high stakes, like ticking clock type things. Um
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that can be a race against natural disaster, it could be a race against literally some sort of weapon. Like I just like when there's a lot of pressure. And
Ah.
I'm not going to spoil her silence, but you had that, but not
Yeah.
in the traditional sense, right?
Not like in a bomb is about to
Right.
explode, or I
Yes.
get what you're saying. Okay, maybe that's okay. That's good. Okay, that's good to know. My next book is a little bit like that.
Mm.
But okay, what else did you want to say?
I don't know. I mean, I've read
What
so many
don't you want to do?
thrillers.
Like what? Like please, ask the
Like,
Ashman.
don't do it.
So sick and tired of it. If I read one more book about it, like, is there something like that, or?
I'll get past it, and I understand there's a need for it, especially with today's day and age in technology. Um, but like locked doors, like that trope, um,
What is that? What do you
like
mean?
when they're like stuck in a mansion together or stuck on an island together.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I really like that. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong. I really like it. But it's starting to feel outlandish in the way that it's getting done.
Uh, okay.
Um,
Okay.
there's just some things where it's just like that's not possible. Like that wouldn't happen.
Okay.
There's nothing I really there's nothing that I actively don't like in
Hmm.
thrillers.
Hmm.
But there is stuff where if you don't do it right, I won't like it. If that makes sense.
I won't write my they're stuck on an alien planet after train ride thriller then.
No, no, thank you.
No, I think
Pass.
good. I think I have something high. The book that I'm writing next is already because I always write them first in my head and I know the ending and then I get to the ending. It's already done. I already know it. I already talked to my film agent about it and he really likes it. And there's also one project. I don't know if I can pull it off. If I can, I think it will become the. I can't say anything about it. I will DM you. I can't.
Okay.
If I say something and it wouldn't work out, then it's just not. It's
Yeah,
embarrassing.
don't say it out loud.
I'll DM
But
it,
yeah, you
but
can tell me about it.
so stay tuned. It might not be my next one, but it might be the one after that, and it would be something that has like in this shape or form. It hasn't been done, and it could not be replicated ever again. And it's all I can say is it would be with an absolutely amazing other woman. Well, maybe it's not like entirely co-authored, but it's a little bit about her, but made into a thriller, and she's still alive, and I'm talking to her. But that's not my next one. That's if that works out, that's gonna be completely lucky, and only because I have a lot of respect for this person, and I think that was always very clear when I approached her that this is a very like we do this together. I respect the hell out
Yeah.
of thing, not a. But anyways, my next book I think I'm also really excited about. I'm gonna start writing the moment I get more time.
Understood.
Oh, good God. But I'm excited to start this book. But the moment I get up, I'm going to go. And I'm really trying. And I have to say again, I said it on Lisa's podcast. If I don't get to your comment or tag, I really missed it. I didn't like ignore it or you didn't have enough followers. So I was like, it's not going to be. That's not how I roll. I even send paperbacks to people who have like almost no followers if they contact me. I'm like, Ashman, I can't afford, I love the plea. Or, okay, it's like, okay, what's your address? Out it is. I'm not like that. Please, if you didn't see a tag or you didn't see me comment back or thanking you, or I really didn't see it because there were so many right now. And please don't think that means it's too many and we're just gonna stop. Please, if you haven't reviewed
We're not
yet,
going to
or
stop.
please do so. Yes, don't ever stop. We're doing so good. And then also, I know a few people actually now did have reached out and asked for paperbacks, but at this point, there were so many already going out, and we had so many people sign up for the tours that I did do. I already personally threw a bunch in there because I always feel bad saying no. At this point, I had to start saying no as nicely as possible, or
Yeah.
I can't even give you the number how many. Really, did you ever hear no from an author? You probably don't have to reach out to people anymore. You're probably so big by now, publishers probably kick your door and please take our stuff, right? But have you, like, how do you say tactfully without, because I feel so bad, I guess just being honest and saying we had to send out so many right now, it's really hard? Or
I think it's totally fair to say I set aside a certain number of copies to give away, and I run through those, and
right over,
you know,
almost
yeah,
double.
yeah. I think that's
You
totally
you
fair,
don't
and
you don't how you get probably a lot of requests, right, from publishers or authors, right?
yeah.
Like 10 a month. How many do you get? 20? You don't have to name a number if it's
I've never counted per month. Um, I do get quite a
a
bit.
lot.
And it's hard for me to say no. Like if it were up to me, I would read them all.
You're like
Um,
me. You're like me with the
yeah,
physical copies and the
yeah.
ebook and the audio books, and I
It's like,
knew it.
yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like I want to read it, and that's the thing too. Like I read everything,
Yeah.
and I've got romance, thrillers, sci-fi, horror all in my inbox, and I'm just like, this is so great. I don't have time to physically read all of these books.
The TBR, right? That's what I hear a
Yeah.
lot. And that was made me so grateful because the people I did reach out to, they said yes and actually read the book. Like I
Yep.
don't know if it was the hype or the NetGalley success or if they just really liked the books or the reviews, but it actually, I had people like you too. Your TBR was probably 10 miles long and you still read Her Silence. And that's maybe something, if some smaller indie authors will listen to this, I don't know if they will. Please be respectful. If people truly try to read your book, especially if it's an e-copy and you've sent it, and if they don't get to it right away, don't get mad, don't get disrespectful publicly, or like don't demand that they buy the book. I think I saw your post about like was somebody else not buying the book. And on the other hand, I really loved your post too. Please don't request paperbacks if you don't gonna read them. I think it's a
Yeah.
balance, but I think that's something I treat all my hosts and my readers and my friends. They're not friends on Bookstagram. That's why I try to respond to everybody, and it takes me hours at this point, every day, hours. But I'm because I understand you could have chosen any book. Like there, like just this week, probably there were maybe like 10 or 20,000 new books published, some ridiculous amount. I don't know the
Yeah.
exact number, and a lot of them by the big five publishers. And it's only a very small percentage that ever reaches the top charts on Amazon. And I think Her Silence, someone sent me like you like in the top 25 most sold thrillers on Amazon. Like not overall, that's like
But
100,
in the
but
thriller,
25 most sold new release thrillers in all of America. She sent me like the list. She was like, I know you probably won't make a bestseller list but this is like a bestseller list. Take this and be proud. I was really sweet of the reader doing that. And I looked it up. I was like, holy cow, I didn't know that. But yeah, I don't know. It's I really try to thank the people because I know you could have chosen any book and you chose mine out of all the books, and that just means a lot to me, and it just makes me want to deliver so much more and so hard for you guys that my books hold up to the standard that you are used when you see Ashman.
I well, that's the thing too. You're going to start seeing I Kill Killers sales go up, right? Because I I wasn't on Bookstagram when you released that. There was no way of me knowing it even existed,
And there
right? But
was a campaign like this. Like I had no idea
right,
what I was doing, to be honest.
exactly. But now I loved this book. I like you as a human.
Oh,
I want to read the other one.
oh,
And you're
good.
going to get that experience from a lot of people.
Oh, that's
Um,
good.
so
That's
keep an eye on your other one too, because I wouldn't be surprised if it also started blowing up. Um,
oh my goodness. Ico Killers is probably rating review wise not too far behind Her Silence, and it's very
it just
different.
didn't get the push that
It
Her
did get
Silence got,
pushed,
right?
but also it's a very different. It's darker. It's more serial killer. It's. I really wanted the
Love
world
it.
to have a female, and I say it over and over in every podcast. But I really wanted to write something that's not romance, but it's not about. I didn't want another. I was watching Hannibal, and I was watching The Punisher. I haven't watched the other show yet, Dexter, but obviously it's very successful. I watched parts, but not. It's like about 9 seasons, but I really I was thinking to myself, there really isn't a female anti-hero. Maybe Harley Quinn, the jokester. She's some
Maybe.
good moments where you could be like, she's a dark hero, but then she does something messed up. But there really isn't one that isn't Mary Poppins with a gun, and I say that so. It's always like ridiculous with a Mary Poppins, oh, and now she's shooting, or it's like completely sexualized, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. I know the Mind F series is out there and it's beloved.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And I'm not saying, oh my God, so she's sexualized. And no, it was never set up to be an action crime thriller. It was always set up to be a romance, and I think it's fantastic. But I just wanted to have something different. I wanted a real, kind of like the Queen's Gambit. I don't know if you watched that. She was
Yep.
so, yeah, she was so brilliant, and she wasn't sexualized in a way that's why she was good, or she was just really brilliant. And I kind of wanted that in a female version of a really dark anti-hero, because we have so many male ones that everybody loves, but
True.
or do you know a female one? And I haven't watched it, because please let me know, because I crave it so much. I feel like, honestly, after thousands of years of female oppression, and we're always the murder victims on a TV show. And then it used to be for a long time that the male detective hero makes it all right and finds the killer and saves the day. And women were, because we grew even accustomed to the idea of women are better victims. We sympathize so much more with the woman when she's killed, so we fell into these tracks of, oh, the poor woman, and which, I mean, it's reality, but I just feel like after so many thousands of years of women getting it from all sides, I was like, I want to write something does that make sense in any shape or form?
Yeah. Flip the script. I love it.
Yeah, and it's written by a woman. And I'm sorry if there's another male author out there who was like, oh, I'm gonna write a female badass anti-hero. But I felt like and I'm not saying that. I'm like, everybody should. I'm not saying male authors can't write great female characters. They're one of the best writers in the world. Martin, Games of fantastic. Aria, the whole Stark. I'm not saying men can't do it, and I'm not saying women shouldn't write about men, because they can't. People should write what they want if they're respectful and do it in a good way. But I did feel like it's time for a woman to write about a woman who had the hell enough.
Yeah. It definitely feels a lot like it wouldn't be the female empowerment that it should be if it were written by a man. Not to
Yeah,
say a man couldn't do it, and I'm sure a man could do it, and a man could probably do it well, but it
yeah.
wouldn't have the underlying
No,
meaning to it.
it was, and that's something I'm really proud of about my I Kill Killer series. I have a huge male readership. Just one of them, Joshua. He did he's on Bookstagram, and he did a podcast interview with me about Her Silence, and he went on to read I Kill Killers, and I think he's now on We Kill Killers, or Final Kill, and he really I think he almost liked it better than Her Silence. I don't know. I have to check in with him,
Hmm.
but it's. I think Her Silence is my best book, and I Kill Killers is getting close, but it's more like a real action thriller. There's a female lead and there's an amazing male lead. It's definitely darker, but I'm really proud that I was able to get so many male readers for the book too, especially me as a woman writing it, not as in the way. I really try to be like the Punisher or Hannibal, or make it like a serious start, but with a women being the lead without being it ridiculous too, because I didn't want to make it where she has like Black Widow, Kung Fu skills, and it's like, oh yeah.
Right.
I didn't want to make it ridiculous. I just really wanted to create like Silence of the Lamb, but a female Hannibal who is getting rid of bad guys. I wanted to create a brilliant female mind in a realistic way where she gets rid of really bad people because she's smart enough and brilliant enough to do it. And I'm really proud of that. I'm able with the series to really get a lot of male readers as well. Of course, female readers. But that's something I was really proud of. And a month before the book was even published, I had Hollywood reach out. A bunch of male producers read it and absolutely loved it. And it was an option, and it came out, and then went back, and now we're working on I have like a really great film agent now. He's probably one of the best things I've ever happened to me in my life. Like, I be forever and ever grateful. I just met him in LA, and we had lunch, and we have great things ahead of us. And also my book agent, I have one. He's absolutely fantastic. I'm in a good spot, I think. Oh my God, already 57. I've been rambling on. That's me. It's just like, boo. I'm so sorry.
I love it. No, I love it. I love it. We could probably talk all day if you let me. But I have to get back to work. So
the kids would like starve or something. We would just be rambling on, and the kids would be like just completely forgotten.
That's what the husbands are for. It's fine.
That's right. I said that to another reader. We're having a podcast, and she has a 3-year-old. I was like, I'm gonna push him on my husband. She's like, that's what I'm doing. I was like, well, that's what they're good for, right?
Yeah.
Why have him around otherwise?
Why he's
right?
here. Yeah. That's why he's here. No, mine also cooks and cleans and does all the other stuff. So.
What is your next read? Give me a recommendation that's not thriller. I need a break from thriller a little bit. I'm writing a thriller again.
Okay. So I feel guilty. I feel guilty recommending a different book on the podcast about your book. But have you read this yet?
No, let me. It's recorded, so I don't have to write it down. Right?
Yeah, it's Lady X by Molly Fader.
What is it about?
I'm just going to read the back for you.
Yeah.
She could see shifting glimpses of the women who'd been hiding, of the women who'd been waiting. In the right moment, at the right time, anyone is capable of anything. It's some spray paint and a name. Any of us could be Lady X. It's dual timeline, 1977 and current day. Basically, in 1977, there was a female vigilante going after, so very similar to what we were just talking about.
Yes.
She's not killing anyone.
She's not?
But no.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like, I'm gonna look it up because I really need a good. I can't go through the recording. I think my next read. I thought after I read a dark werewolf romance, and it disturbed me for days to come. I think I messaged you. I was like, "Is this normal? Like, am I living under a rock?" And I know now dark fantasy werewolf gang romance stories are not my thing.
Yeah, they're rough.
Too old, or I don't know, boring. But I haven't given up on the genre, so I bought another book at the airport. But I before I crawl back, I need a little bit of a break from thrillers. Not break because I'm writing one, but I feel like sometimes if I only stay in a thriller lane, I'm like with Her Silence, it's so much more than a thriller. It's so much also drama, fantasy. No, not fantasy. I'm talking drama, emotional. That's what I want to say. A lot of readers said they cried reading, and that's because I have to broaden my mind, not just to be. So thank you for the recommendation. But after that, I'm gonna go back to thrillers and stay there for a while.
It's thriller adjacent, but it definitely, like, I finished the book and I wanted to burn the world down. In a good way. Like, it was very like uplifting, motivating, like, but also just enough mystery to keep me thinking like, hey, what's actually going on here?
Okay, so after you guys read her silence, you can go head on to Lady X.
Yeah, there you go.
I was so kidding. I'm gonna read it actually. I'm gonna put it next after the one I got at the airport. Some dark black circus or something magic. It shows up in the middle of the night, and I thought that's
Oh, the Night Circus.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, you read it? Is it good?
Yeah.
Did I waste
Yeah.
my $20?
No, you'll like it. You'll like it.
There's no werewolf gang thing going on, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
And if you read those werewolf, please, I'm sorry. I don't need to and what you like. People like different things, so it's not my thing.
Not everyone likes everything.
Some people read a silence and absolutely hate it, and that's okay. Not everybody likes the same thing. So,
Guys, if you haven't already, Her Silence got released Tuesday. It's out there. I'm sure you've seen it all over. Could force my mother-in-law to read it. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for coming to talk to me.
Thank you.
And if there's anything I can ever do to help support you, please let me know. And if you want to write a book together, I'd be into it. I have ideas. Maybe in 2 books from now. Let me know.
Well, we're gonna DM anyway. So I'm probably gonna DM you right after we get off, and we're gonna DM all day after that.
Probably. All right. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
And thank you for listening, everybody who's gonna watch this. Bye.